What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new War Dragons video. So, today's video, I got a lot of comments on one of my previous videos. I can't remember which one, but a lot of people wanted to see rune combinations for other dragons, not just, Rysar and Nightshade, which are some of the top dragons in the game. Some of them, not obviously the top. But a lot of people don't have those yet, so I'm going to be going over some of the other ones that I feel like a lot of you guys probably have. I've seen a lot of the people that watch my videos are near the green tier or so. Some in the gold, some like nearing gold. But I'm going to start out with one of the best dragons for lower levels, and that's Amarok. No doubt about it. Now, I've seen some people say Durga is better. Yeah, enough said. But for Amarok, as you guys probably all know, he's the main reason why he's good is because he has explosive shield and his 2 resists. Any lower level dragon with 2 resists is going to be a good dragon because especially with these two. Because if it was a Storm Tower resist and a Ballista resist, this guy Amarok would not be that great. But Cannon and Archer, most lower levels have a lot of those on their bases, including my base. I have a pretty good amount. And those are kind of the standard towers. So having these 2 resist changes the game. Also, explosive shield at lower levels, basically it will stay up for its entire duration, because towers just don't do a lot of damage. And then it does a ton of damage when it explodes. So overall, Amarok is definitely going to be a really good dragon for most people. So on Amarok, obviously you're going to want to have explosive shield. For me personally, I would say you want to have at least 2 different explosive shield, rune or glyph. So for example, I have 1 rune and I have 1 glyph. Now, you might notice that I have 2 glyph spots open, and that's because I didn't realize the trials event, which is, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, where you have a bunch of bases in a row, and basically you use 1 tier against a certain set of bases, and once your dragon is dead, it's dead. So you use every single dragon you've ever gotten. So it's actually really fun, but you also want to make sure that you keep your runes on certain dragons, especially ones like Amarok, who really help you a ton. But yeah, so don't remove runes, at least at the moment, just in case they bring back the trials event anytime soon. But either way, I would say 2 to 3 explosive shield runes or glyphs is going to be really, really helpful. For me, I put in Epic Wisdom because, Amarok for me was something that I really worked for pretty hard. I actually didn't use Amarok much at all. And that it's really sad because I kept him at such a low level for the feeding event, but that's beside the point. So, Explosive Shield, unfortunately some have the Wind Wall duration, which is not helpful at all. If you guys want to have more of a, like a better rune, a Double Blast from, let's say, the season tiers would be nice. I would not say put on a Mythic, because Mythics you want to save for higher level dragons. Even a Legendary, you might not want to do that, but if you get, let's say, an Epic, or something like that, even a Rare would be great. It would definitely help you out. If it explodes twice, it's almost guaranteed to kill most towers at the level you're using Amarok. Other than that, if you have any, let's say, Archer or Cannon resists, definitely helpful. Remember, Cure Poison, it actually, one of the best ways to use it is to get the research, which includes, allows you to heal whenever you use the spell. It's kind of like Regenerate, but it doesn't heal you as much. So you can't really put a rune for Cure Poison, so don't worry about that. But any type, so I would say like 1 resist, maybe 1 rage, and 3 explosive shield runes are going to be your best bet. Now, you can trade one of those explosive shield runes for wisdom, and when I say explosive shield runes, I mean double blast, or explosive shield. Either one works pretty well, because with that double blast explosive shield, it has a modifier, which increases the explosive shield. Now, some people ask, what is this increase? Because explosive shield has 2 things. One, it kills a ton of buildings or hurts a lot of buildings. So is it talking about that damage when it's destroyed, or is it talking about its resistance or its duration? It's actually talking about the resistance, which means you can take 5.4% more damage before it breaks. So that was something I probably should have added in my frequently asked questions about runes. But yeah, so that's Amarok. The next one is probably going to be Tarand or Rudolph. So you have Intimidating Roar. Now, PG has not added any rune for any type of gold dragons. The last time they added runes was for the green tier. So, Intimidating Roar, they actually might be adding a rune for that pretty soon. So, you might want to start saving up those silver chests. But either way, Explosive Shield, as I mentioned in my other rune guide video, normal explosive shield runes do work with this white spell. It's the same spell, just a different color type. Now, Cannon Resist is obviously very, very useful when you're taking out XP bases as well as normal bases. And of course, the Spitfire, or aka Ice Turret Resist, does not exist in rune form yet. I have heard, though, from Istefa, in one of his videos, he did mention that Pixel said that we would have a resist for those pretty soon, near the beginning or like near the start. That could be like a month later after the season begins, but either way, that's coming at some point. So honestly, for Rudolph, I would say I just put a wisdom because I'm trying to figure out, is he worth it or not. But this season tier came with a mythic double blast. I would say put that on him if you are going to get his Garnet Stone. He's probably worth it for you in the long run, because if you get his Garnet Stone, he's going to be with you basically throughout the entire game, especially if you're a lower level. And Tarand overall, as all warriors are, is a cannon fodder. He will just take a ton of damage, and he won't really die too easily. So I think Rudolph or Tarand, I like renaming my dragons, but I think overall, he's a pretty solid dragon. So basically, Explosive Shield, Rage, and Cannon Resist is really only going to be your only options with this dragon. Rage isn't so much of an issue. All dragons need Rage, but warriors are probably the least needing dragons for Rage. So I would say put all your Rage runes on sorcerers and hunters, and then, really only hunters. I don't use sorcerers, but then move on to your warriors. So the next one is actually going to be a different dragon that I personally really haven't used a ton. I don't know why I went in there, but overall, he's a pretty solid dragon, and that is Snowdrop. So Snowdrop has Crystalline Shield, Cloak, Healing Mark, and Ice Turret Resist. Now, I've heard some people say that Snowdrop is terrible at higher levels. I do not know that. But I have heard like Alex460 mention in his podcast that he can, take out a couple of the higher level XP bases. So, maybe he's good, maybe he's not. But Cloak is obviously one of the best spells in the game. Ice Turret Resist, as I mentioned, Ice Turret and Fire Turret Resist do not exist in rune form yet, but they will be coming out at some point pretty soon. We have Healing Mark and then Crystalline Shield. Now, Crystalline Shield honestly makes Snowdrop really good. But that's another video. I'm going to try to get Snowdrop and Tarand the same level and do like a comparison on them taking out bases, and be expecting that within the next couple of days. But either way, so with Snowdrop, in his tier you get a mythic, I believe, Cloak glyph, or maybe it's a mythic Rage glyph. Unless you get the Garnet Stone, don't put it on Snowdrop. Put it on Rhysar, or put it on, I don't know what other dragons have. I know, put it on Shechem, really. Or one of these, Icicle, no, not Icicle. Frostbiter, yeah. Just save it for one of these better dragons. Now, most people won't get to the Garnet tier, but a good amount of people will get to the Sapphire tier after a while. So save it for some better dragons. Don't put it on Snowdrop just yet. Other than that, obviously, all hunters need Rage, so Rage glyphs galore is obviously very helpful. I believe it came with a Healing Mark glyph as well. You could put that on Snowdrop, realistically, because there's not any other hunters at higher levels that have Healing Mark other than Consurgens, so Snowdrop could be a viable option for that. Either way, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, please leave a like down below. Remember, I do have a giveaway going on. It's for the amount of subscribers I gain. So far, I've gained 15 subscribers since my giveaway. So I'm giving away $15 Obviously, you guys have basically almost 2 weeks left. So definitely enter if you guys would like to. Obviously, if you're already subscribed, if you were in the last giveaway, you are automatically entered into the next one, unless you unsubscribe. I can see that, by the way, just in case you guys are wondering. So yeah, so if you want to be entered, if you're not in the War Dragon Guide chat, highly suggest doing it. Extremely active. We have 53 members. We're about to get 55 after some people accept some quests, and or follow me on Twitter at XOwnsNemesisX. I release a lot of information on future videos, and just kind of overall, that's kind of a pretty easy way to communicate. But either way, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys.